Hello. I'm hanging out on my floor today, just chilling. And as you can see, I have some things. um, it is July 2023, and I thought this would be a good time to do a mid-year Techo Kaigi, just to bring back what I showed at the beginning of the year, or actually just prior to the beginning of the year, and go over whether or not I'm still using them for their intended purpose, if I've stopped, if I've switched, or if I've abandoned, and maybe something else that I've added as well. I'll link my video that I did at the beginning of the year in the description box, just in case anybody wants to go and take a look at that. I will organize my little stash here and then we will get started. I think a good place to begin would be with my traveler's notebooks. I have 3 covers. They are all Traveler's Company slash Midori. I'm not really much for being like brand loyal. However, they are an exception. I'm a Midori Traveler's Company fan girl, and I get all giddy when they put new things out. I don't often buy, the new things, but it's still fun to look, and it's still fun to see, what other people have. And I love seeing how people customize their traveler's notebooks. It's just so fun for me to watch. So, okay, we'll get started with these. I'll tuck this one aside for now, and that one. So this is my brown. This is a Midori branded cover. I've had it for about 8 years. I got it in July of 2015. So yeah, it has been 8 years. It's been through the ringer. I have put it through its paces, and it's very shiny. And I love it. This is what I started my my everyday carry in at the beginning of the year. This is what the guts were in that first video that I did. But I did swap into my olive for spring, and I did a video about that actually where I put that together. I'll link that as well. But yeah, so this is my brown cover, and it's just empty for now. I'm probably gonna move back into this for autumn, but I haven't decided yet. But yeah, so my brown cover is still here, never going anywhere. So that's that one. This is my Ace Hotel camel. This is exactly how it was at the beginning of the year. My intention for this was that it would be sort of a creative hub that would house some creative projects. Haven't done anything with that. What I think I might actually do with this now is make it into an actual travel journal. I know, a traveler's notebook being a travel journal, who'd have thought? And ironically, that's the one thing I've never actually done with any of my covers. And so I think, especially being, a hotel edition, I think that would be a perfect use for this one. So, and I have some bits and pieces of things already prepped. They just need to go in. So that's my intention for this one going forward, is being a travel journal. So there's that one. Okay, so this is my olive, and it's my everyday carry. This is what my brown was at the beginning of the year. It's all the guts have just moved in here. I'm going to do a video actually later just about my everyday carry. In fact, actually mostly just about my dated monthly insert, just because my entire way in which I plan has changed, and it's been so transformative and has done so much for me that I feel like it needs a whole video just kind of by itself. So that will be coming in the near future. So I do carry a couple extra things with it. This is the coffee themed clear folder that came with the 2023 release. I got that. I did not get the passport size because I don't use passport, but ironically I did get the passport pencil board, because is that not the coolest thing ever? And this has actually become a very important part of my system, and so I carry that with it. This is my default planner pen. It's the HiTec-C Coleto by Pilot in the cream pearl. And right now I have a brown a blue black, and a pink, all in 04, I think, 0.4. So those are kind of the little auxiliary bits. The inside is mostly the same. It's getting nicely shiny. It kind of surprised me. I got this secondhand, and it was really scuffed up when I got it, and it was very matte, no shine at all. But now it's getting shiny, and I like it. And I've been handling. It's been such a joy being in here now since I've changed the way I'm approaching planning, that I've had my hands on it all the time, and it's looking lovely. So the insides are relatively the same. I did have tarot cards in here. A couple of cards from the Steampunk Tarot that I'm sitting with for a while. Put those there for now. So this part is the same. This is the pocket half of the zipper pouch, and I keep that in front. And I like to put the insert from the dated calendar in here, just because I think it's nice to look at. And this can also function as a dashboard, but I like to keep this part exposed, so I tuck this part in because sometimes it's fun to just open up and look. I like to have the item list handy just to reference the number in case I need it, because sometimes I do. It'll be interesting how they're going to fit everything on here for 2024, just because they have added the olive as part of the regular lineup, and so that will be included here. And then there are a couple of other. Is there anything new? I honestly don't remember, but this might all get a little bit smaller. So so that part is the same. This is different. This is the left half of the sticky note insert, the 022. I've added that recently because sticky notes have become a big part of how I plan, and they enable me to do what I'm currently doing now, and they're simplifying things and making my life so much easier and making things in general just more enjoyable. And so I keep that there, and it's really handy to use as a dashboard. And so I've been doing that. Like I said, I'm going to do a whole video on this monthly, but at a later time. So I will flip this over just so you can see. So everything's the same. I did add this sticker not that long ago, actually, so that's the only thing here that's different. The tabs are the same. I added those at the beginning of the year. The back, I've added a couple of things. I think I added Murdog. Murdog came from a student, and I think I added this as well. I think the rest is the same. The back end of that sticky note insert. And then this is another part of my planning that's new. And then this is the zipper portion of the pouch, which is connected to this. So that's the same. I did move my card insert around this. This is different. This is an undated monthly, the 017, and this has taken the place of, I guess, what would be like a daily log. And weeklies are non-existent for me anymore. I do not use them, and I will talk more about that once I do that planning video. But yeah, weeklies are they don't exist for me because I figured out why, and I'll talk about that in that other video. But yes, this is new. I'll talk about this actually when I do that video as well, just because it connects directly to the dated in a particular way. So when I do that video, I will go more into that. There's the back of that. And then the card file, second half that I haven't done anything with. This is the B-Sides and Rarities zipper pocket pouch thing in olive. And it houses the dotted stickers because I use those for pretty much literally everything. And it just has some random bits in there. Try to keep this not so full because it really bulks up quickly. This is my lists notebook. This is a lined insert. This is actually going to change relatively soon, and by the time I do that next video, I think it will be different, and I will go over what I did. And so this is just like kind of long-term list things I want to keep track of, and there ended up being like quite a bit of YouTube stuff in here as well. So there is that, and then this is the pocket part of the B-Sides and Rarities, and this has too much stuff. I need to clean it up. So, and then that's that. And then I do have my clips here. So this is my everyday carry. I've really enjoyed being in this cover. It surprised me as far as how shiny it's gotten in such a quick period of time. And I'm really excited about it because I like shiny leather. I like shiny leather versus more matte. This is starting to get shiny too a little bit because I've been handling it more. Forgot to put my cards back in. I'm gonna do that really quickly. Steampunk Tarot for anyone who's interested. I know many of my viewers are tarot people, so just thought I'd throw that in there. So those are my traveler's notebooks and how I'm currently using them or intend to use them. Next up that I featured at the beginning of the year is my Moleskine Expanded. I have this earmarked for a very specific journaling project that's very personal, and so for now I'm not showing anything, but this is currently being used for a specific purpose, so this is still a go for me. And if this is in the sapphire blue, I actually really like this notebook a lot. I love the size. It's slightly shorter than standard size and a bit wider. It still has a compact enough profile that I really enjoy having it in my hand. So yeah, that stays. Next book up is my B5 Lihit Lab canvas cover in, I believe this is olive. I got mine from JetPens. I really like this cover a lot, and inside it is full of composition size Moleskine Cahiers. Is it Cahier? I think it's Cahier. This is all very intensely personal writing, and so I don't intend on showing the contents of what's in here. But I use this after my olive, my everyday carry. This is probably the one that I use the most frequently after that. I just have a cheapy Bic ballpoint pen. I do a lot of stream of consciousness writing in here, and so I like to use up my cheaper pens for that because I don't usually keep those notebooks when I finish them. I have an olive Mildliner in here just in case I need to go over something. I like this. This was in the, was it the vintage color? I really like this collection of colors. There was like a nice beige and off-white, and is there a brown? There might have been a brown. Really nice pack. But yeah, so B5 Slim in particular, or slim composition size, has become a size that I am very fond of for the more sort of longhand or long form journaling. I can show you the inside bit right here. So this is as far as the innards go. So there is a pocket here. There are two pockets here on this side, and then you can put something back here. So I slid the notebook cover for this one in here. So that's the inner part of that. These are very durable. They're very utilitarian, and I really like this. I'm contemplating maybe actually getting one more. And then for the other side, it's got an open area back here. I got a weird thing with the light going on, so it's shadowy. Sorry about that. But it's got a big pocket here and then a pocket here. I have put a small clipboard in here, and that's worked out really well, as long as it has like a flat, kind of one of those flat clips. Those work well in here. So yeah, this is still in use. This is in use more than I anticipated it would be. So my B5 Lihit Lab in olive is still going strong. And then I have this one, and this one makes me a little sad. This is a B5 Slim Leuchtturm 1917 softcover in Pacific Green, I believe. The natural light always makes this look blue, but it's actually a lot more green than it appears on camera. I bought this because last year and the year before I had been in in another one. This is the same cover in Port Red is the color for this one. And this it started out being just figuring out what I wanted to do, like with tarot journaling. seasonal work, and it just kind of was one great big experiment. Just trying to kind of figure out what I wanted and what I, just putting in what I felt like doing at the time. And then I got through half of 2021 and most of 2022 in this. And so I got another one. I got this one. And started out strong. This was full of ephemera and stickers, and I took most of them out and put them elsewhere just because for the most part, I've abandoned this. Like I said, started off strong. This was winter. And, just random bits. I have sticky notes everywhere for things I intended. Like, I think in the front here I've got winter in pictures. Not going to backfill, don't want to. My winter cards, not going to backfill, don't want to. Yeah, it's just, my seasonal work has changed quite a bit, and so the way I'm using this is different. That being said, I started off in Aquarius season, just adding a few things, and then I never touched it after that until the beginning of summer, and then I just felt like putting some summer stuff in here, and so I did, and I don't know if I will put anything else in here besides that or not, but I'm just kind of leaving it open to see how I feel. So yeah, this is not totally abandoned, but pretty close. These are the B5 softcover Leuchtturm 1917s. I really like this size. This size has grown on me substantially. My dream notebook, like my unicorn notebook, if Midori would come out with an MD in B5 Slim, I would probably never use another notebook ever again as far as big notebooks go. But if you are looking for a larger size notebook that has somewhat decent paper and also numbered pages, this is a decent buy for that. I do recommend them highly, and they come with 2 bookmarks. So this is a great notebook, and the price is not outrageous. So I would consider buying these again for other things. But as far as like seasonal work, pretty much abandoned, but I haven't given up entirely because I did put summer stuff in here. So we'll see what happens for the rest of the year with that. So those are those 2. There's this one. I don't even know if it's going to fit in the frame because it's we'll turn it sideways. It's almost as big as my board. This is my tarot reading board that I use for small to medium spreads, and this is roughly that size. This is an A4 Master Leuchtturm 1917 hardcover in the color sand. This started out what this was with seasonal stuff. And so this was at the beginning of 2021 or 2022, end of 2021. I just started putting stuff in here. Yeah, I can't even, it's so ginormous. It's not even in frame. So yeah, just stuff and things, and a lot of experimenting with spreads and just writing about cards. And this practice, I'm not totally done with it, but I'm doing a lot more with just words on a page now and less with images. Like, I haven't totally abandoned images, but I'm being more selective in how I use them. And then after this, with the Nayasayos spread here, and then that little bit, I did do some pen testing on this, but yeah, empty. So at the beginning of the year, my thought for this was to be the place where I put spreads, tarot spreads, Lenormand spreads, other spreads that I either like and want to remember, or spreads that I come up with myself, because I do that quite frequently. And I still actually do intend to do that in here. It's just not been a priority this year. So started with it. I'm still intending to use it. Not totally abandoned yet. But yeah, if you want a huge notebook, these are really great. And they're really durable, and they come with, once again, just like the B5s, they have the dual bookmarks. And then there's a giant pocket back here. Right there. You do get all these really nice stickers with the Leuchtturm notebooks. So they're pretty nice quality, and the paper's not bad. So I do recommend them especially for like bigger visual things, or if you just want a lot of space to spread out with your writing. These I think are great. So yeah, my A4 still a go. Now the last thing is something I've added, and it was kind of an indulgence, and I don't know what's going to come of it, but I wanted to try it because I've just always wanted to try one of these. I got it in May, and that is the Midori 3-year diary. These 3 and 5-year and 10-year diaries are becoming, they're fairly common. Hobonichi has some, I think, and there are others. I opted for the Midori 3-year. I didn't want to get the 5-year just because I didn't know how this was going to go, and so I opted for the shorter one. But these are just, they're so pretty, and the box is gorgeous. So how this is structured is it starts with January 1st. Like I said, I got this in May, and I actually do intend to go back and backfill. This is something I would backfill. I don't backfill hardly ever, but this is something I would be willing to backfill. So you have 3 separate spaces for 3 separate years. You have a place to write your year, and then I've been using the parentheses to write the day of the week because the main date is already up here at the top. So I've just been doing some random stuff as far as what I'm putting in here. I did miss a gap there. There's my kid's birthday. And I put a photo there. I had a really hard day there. This is when my channel hit 960 subscribers. I don't know why I thought that was such a cool milestone, but apparently it was a thing. So I took a screenshot and printed it out and put it in there. And yeah, so what I had been doing for a few days is the Wordle, whatever the Wordle word of the day was, I started putting that in here and then finding a quote with that word. I did that for a few days. I really like the donut. The only circle of trust you should have is a donut. I thought that was hilarious. A really good Joseph Campbell quote there. And then here I deviated because I asked my dad for ferns. I love ferns. They've become a bit of an obsession for me this year, and I really just wanted some around my house, and they're prolific here. They really are, but out where he lives, there are some really cool different varieties, and so I asked if I could get some ferns, and the man did not disappoint, and I've got ferns all over the place now. So ferns for days, and it was a whole day of just potting and moving ferns. So there was that, and I don't think I've put anything in. Yeah, I haven't done anything in the last couple of days, but yeah, still trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with it. This was just a fun little splurge, and I like it, and I think it's a good option for like micro journaling, or for like a photo a day with a caption or something simple like that. Yeah, I like it. It's beautiful, and I do intend to go back and backfill and continue to experiment with it just to see what happens. So that is staying. Everything is technically staying, at least for now. I haven't totally given up on anything. So once again, to recap, I'll leave that there. That's the Midori 3-year journal. And I've got my Olive traveler's notebook. This is my everyday carry. It's my favorite thing pretty much ever. Here's my Ace Hotel Camel. That's going to now be a travel journal. My brown Midori branded that is just empty and waiting to be used. Probably going to switch back into that because I do kind of miss it. Moleskine expanded, not going anywhere. Seasonal journal, not technically going anywhere, but I don't know how much I'm going to be in it, if I'm honest, for the rest of the year. B5 Lihit Lab, definitely not going anywhere. And the giant A4, can't even fit it in the screen. The giant A4 behemoth with the intention of putting spreads and things like that in there. So yeah, that's it. So everything that I don't think I left anything out. Everything that I started the year with is still relevant in some capacity, but just some things have moved around or have become less of a priority. And from this point going forward, since it is mid-year, if I do add anything, I will probably do like a quick little video with those additions just to kind of keep up with what I'm doing, mostly for me, just to kind of have that record. So, and like I said, for my everyday carry, I will do a video about my planning because it's just totally different. Completely different in the best possible way. And I don't know why I didn't do what I'm doing now sooner, because it just makes so much sense. And it's really reinforced and taught me a lot of things. A lot of things I already knew, but was kind of ignoring. And then some new insights as far as just how I perceive information as a whole. And yeah, that video is going to be a little bit longer, I think, just because I have a lot to kind of unpack with that. But for this one, I think I'm going to end it here. So until my next video, take care and be well.